Bandicoot! I feel like you and I are in immense danger right now.
You want to drive?
This feels worse.
You want me to drive? My feet can't reach the brake pedal.
Let's just let the driving D drive. Also, since when did Waddle Dees drive?
If memory serves, they've only driven cars in one single Kirby game. Kirby, Planet Robobot.
That bus in front of us was just violently thrown across the highway and exploded into food and stars.
I'm just now noticing we aren't wearing seatbelts.
Do you hope you turn into food or stars? Food seems like it prolongs the process because your sustenance is just meant to feed the maw of Kirby.
I am extremely pleased to introduce you all to my former favorite Kirby installment, Kirby, Planet Robobot. This installment comes after Triple Deluxe, which introduced one important new mechanic to Kirby platformer games: lane travel. Ordinarily, there is one lane on which Kirby can travel. Triple Deluxe added another. These two lanes allow puzzles to get more complicated, more hazards to impact Kirby, and add new dimensions to levels.
And how did that improve in Robobot?
You can do all of that again, but this time, robot suit! Yeah! Look at it! Woo!
Okay, cool. Just like most Kirby games, this one starts with an unknown entity moving in from outer space and attempting to take over Popstar. This maniacal mass of mechanical mastery is owned by the Haltman Works Company. They're moving in to harness the massive amounts of energy from the unadvanced world of Popstar.
After dethroning G2D, poking a hole in the halberd, and confusing Kirby, we're introduced to new Popstar, a very mechanized, technologically influenced version of the land we all kind of know. Even Green Greens, the Green Hill Zone of Kirby games, has a new look, feel, and mechanized enemies. Everything feels the influence: D's, Do's, Bert's, Scarfies, and more. My original thought for this game was that this unknown at the time entity nabbed G2D and mechanized his normally useless army to do their bidding, possibly giving him his Mecha G2D bot from the cancelled Kirby GameCube game as a final boss. Not the case.
Nice thought. Stupid, but nice.
Planet Robobot follows the regular Kirby game progression of games past, in which you take on the game level after level, world after world, every level having its own theming and a few puzzles to solve. Along the way, you'll collect 3 code cubes per level, as well as stickers. They're the keychains, gotchas, gears of this installment that fill a cabinet over time. There are regular ones you find every so often, as well as gold ones that are hidden in certain levels, so you only have to balance 2 rarities.
Throughout each level, you even have a smattering of powers Kirby's can inhale as well. It's like a Diet Coke can you just keep jamming Mentos into as the can begs for mercy. There are many returning favorites such as Sword, Ice, Spark, Rock, Cutter, Archer, Ninja, Mirror, Parasol, Spark, Fighter, Bomb and Wheel and Hammer, Jet, Water, Poison, and more, with each having certain puzzles and environments they're used for.
Overall, this game seems like a very generic Kirby game that stays firmly good, just like Triple Deluxe.
You're forgetting something.
What?
Oh, are you pretending not to know?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just reveal the robot suit.
Yeah!
Yippee.
Look at it!
James gets what he wants again.
In what I would call just enough levels, you can sometimes find this empty Robobot suit which Kirby can pilot. Whether he occupies it while abandoned or kills a guy to get in it, it immediately turns pink and adopts Kirby's unique copying abilities.
Popopo's Robobot turns pink, gets eyes, and inherits powers that emulate Kirby. Of course, it also has a complete moveset all its own that doesn't require abilities to use. Guarding retracts every appendage into its orb body, which is kinda cute. This game will not oversaturate each level with the Robobot's appearance, using it as a means to solve puzzles Kirby usually cannot, making each appearance needed and fun. It still leaves some levels and nearly every boss as situations for Kirby to handle on foot.
While the bot cannot assume every power Kirby has, it does have variations on abilities that Kirby cannot normally use effectively, like Mike. You can shoot
Waz
in several directions and unleash a huge doof that splits into several wheeze if you press down, then up B. Most powers the bot analyzes get enticing new movesets to unleash on the weak little enemies nearby, except Fire. Fire is still boring, and Sword still gets the best version of any moveset.
Almost like it's the best power? I don't know. As you lift cannons, huge metal crates, turn cranks, punch turnstiles, and jet through auto-scrolling levels, your goal never shifts. Kirby must go through each level, collecting enough code cubes to unlock the path to the boss of each world. Those bosses are usually introduced by one of the best designed characters in all of Kirby, Susie, who is the executive assistant to the Haltman Works Company. Each time you run into her, she has a song and dance consisting of an anthem to Haltman, overconfidence in her next big project, which Kirby then defeats, and a realization that the mother computer has once again created a creature that can actually be defeated.
She's so adorable! She should have an Endoroid next. Even though she's one of 2 Haltman employees we see the entire game, you never get tired of seeing her. The character design is excellent, exactly what Kirby is all about.
After stopping Susie and enjoying her many introductions, ascending each world's giant screw mechanism, solving each area's puzzle, collecting code cubes, and destroying each of the work company's drill legs and defeating Mechanite one more time, Kirby comes face to face with President Haltman, who
we must now sing our own improvised anthem to introduce. O noble Haltman, he is our God, our King, the noble Lord of everything. O noble Haltman.
I'm not sure what that was, but I'm sure James will agree we were compelled to do that.
I do. Now that he's here, Haltman introduces us to the real enemy of Kirby, Popstar, and the universe. Stardream. Stardream happens to be the real big bad, having created such things as the 333 G2D clones, the redesign of Meta Knight's shoulders, and the belief that all it does is perfect. After a short predictable fight with Haltman and his solid gold mecha suit, he is defeated.
Then Haltman gathers himself in his big, comfy chair while Kirby watches him, close enough to end the maniacal mechanic monster, but opts to observe as if Haltman is his new best friend.
Should have finished him before because Haltman throws a fit, then caution to the wind as he dons the control helmet to attempt to control Stardream. Fortunately, he is stopped, too late albeit, by Susie! Yes! Only for her to reveal her master plan to don the helmet herself, then sell Stardream to someone else in the universe. Susie, no!
The brief connection to Haltman allowed Stardream to sneak in, delete his operating system, and assume control of him as well as itself. To make matters worse, Stardream breaks free and dashes into space, leaving Kirby and Susie to digest what just happened. She orders in a fresh Robobot suit and orders him to stop Stardream once and for all. Luckily, the Halberd flies in to complete Kirby's transformation into the, I'm not sure what, to stop the evil space program.
Po-po-po, Robobo, go go go! We finally come to the climax of this Kirby game, a final fight between Kirby's Halberd form and Stardream. It's longer than every other boss in the game and feels very reminiscent of the final boss in Kirby 64. And so ends my former favorite Kirby game.
What a solid entry in the Kirby series. A show of quality that continues the formula Kirby games up to then have held since their creation. It's an adventure game featuring a pink god-type character acting an infant who can copy abilities of enemies he swallows across several mechanically influenced levels.
With a robot suit!
Collectibles are fairly easy to find, worlds are fine to repeat if needed, and not overly annoying, and the array of powers is both familiar and fun.
With a robot suit!
Similar to other Kirby games, this one comes with a handful of extra modes beyond the obvious inclusions of the Arena and True Arena modes. We have Kirby 3D Rumble, the first appearance of the Kirby Clash games in Team Kirby Clash, and Meta Nightmare returns.
Without a robot suit.
3D Rumble is a score climbing game in which you must inhale enemies and blocks to defeat as many enemies in the fewest spits as possible. You get more points for more enemies defeated in combos. Team Kirby Clash is Kirby Clash. You and up to 3 friends can band together to defeat a few big boss enemies to level up your heroes. 3D Rumble was also made into its own separate eShop game, Kirby's Blowout Blast. Team Kirby Clash was also made into a separate eShop release that also got a physical cartridge.
Meta Nightmare Returns is the Robobot main game but truncated and with Meta Knight equipped with new abilities. He also fights stronger versions of certain bosses. This mode is more for speedrunning and exercising just how cool and powerful Meta Knight is.
He's not that cool. He's pretty cool.
After you've collected every sticker and code cube, finished both sets of the mainline game, spit several stars, clashed Kirby's teamly, and truly arena'd, you'll have finished Robobot. If you couldn't tell already, this game is one of my favorites specifically because of the robot suit. I happen to be a fan of metal-suited characters, Iron Man being one of them. Okay, many of them. So it always excites me to see a character, even one that would never have need of one, put one on and use stronger versions of the regular attacks, but now, with a robot suit! I love it. And Kirby took full advantage. I'm sure it could have gone further, perhaps letting him take on a boss with the suit on, but that's just me. Not requiring it in every level was a smart move as it would have felt oversaturated, but taking on one boss, one, would have been great, even if it was Haltman himself.
So you're saying this entire video, this whole review where you uptalk this game, is nearly entirely hinged on the fact Kirby pilots a mech suit? That's why you love and recommend it so much?
Was that not clear? Yes, exactly that. It's fun, it follows the familiar Kirby formula, and Ice, the best power, makes a return. It's great. Highly recommended. Now then, what did you think of our really timely review? Was it timely enough? What did you think of Kirby Planet Robobot? Let us know in the comments and we'll see you next time. What are you doing?
I'm trying to use clip.